Hello ladies and gentlemen, you're watching DeepSeededGeek. My name is Jason, and this is XCOM Enemy Unknown, one of my favorite games of this year. Now, this particular game is what they call a strategy game. I've never played a strategy game before in my life. The way this game kind of has that bird's eye view, like the top-down kind of look, it never really appealed to me. And just the kind of way the mechanics of the whole game kind of works, I never got turned on to it compared to like other third-person action games or RPGs where you're first person. You know, those are my taste. But so many people were talking about this game that I thought, man, okay, whatever, I'll give it a shot. And oh my god, I freaking love this game. This is also the year that I started getting back into board games pretty heavily, and one game in particular, Pandemic, plays very similar to this type of game, where in Pandemic, it's like a global catastrophe where an outbreak is happening all over the world, and you're a group of scientists and researchers that need to go off and kind of cure all the diseases to save the world. And it's all the players around the board game playing together against the game itself. And so the kind of strategy behind that game is very similar to XCOM here. Pretty much what you're seeing right now is this is me just kind of lining up all my characters where they need to be, putting them in a good position where they're in behind... what am I trying to say? They're going to a defense kind of position where they're behind cover and everything, so if something kind of pops out of the woodworks, they're not going to get blasted all to hell. So as you can see, there's alien activity, so they're out there, but I haven't spotted them yet, and they haven't spotted me yet. So now, as you can see, the ground kind of lights up with blue highlights and yellow highlights. That indicates that you have 2 moves per turn for each of your characters, and the blue indicates that that would equal 1 move, and the yellow indicates 2 moves. So with if you move within the blue, you can take an action point as well, or you can go, as I am with my character here, up for a secondary move into the yellow areas there. Now this is all just to get your people in the right position where they need to be in case an attack starts. And it's like chess in a lot of ways. Like, each character has its own kind of set rules that they have to stick with, and only so many ways they can move. So it's kind of a balance between defense and offense here, of course. And as you can see, these are the aliens that I'm going to be facing off against. This particular mission that I'm on, and particular map, is what they call a terror attack, which is aliens are just pretty much going around causing havoc and killing everything that moves. And it's my job as a group leader to kind of make my squad save as many people as possible while taking out the alien threat. And you never know how many aliens or what type of aliens you're going to come across, or how many people you're going to have to save. So before you go into a mission, you pick which soldiers you want to take in there. You can have up to 100 soldiers, I think, and depending on who's available at the time, you can pick your best, you can pick your worst, and if you pick your worst, the more missions they go on, the better they will become. And your rank goes up, you specialize in certain classes and everything, and yeah, that's how you level up. And now what I'm doing here is, you can see I'm taking a shot on one of these big guys. This is a plan here. This big guy in particular, anytime he gets attacked, he goes after the source of the attack. And whenever you have a command where an attack prompt kind of comes up for you, it shows you percentages. So from your position, it'll show what your percentage is to hit, what your percentage is to make a critical attack, and so on and so forth. Now, I find that's a lie. Okay, here's what I mean. I've had instances where I have a sniper and it's 95% chance to hit with, say, a 50% chance of critical, and I'll take the shot thinking it's a no-brainer. But sometimes they deke, so the aliens won't get hit. So the percentages give you a rough idea, but it's also it's always a gamble no matter what. So as you could see before, one of my characters could not make it into a perfect line of sight to take a hit on this guy, but now this character will, and because every shot makes this guy go towards the attacker, I've set the other person up to fire on anything that moves in her line of sight there. So between the two, they kind of tricked this guy into getting killed. Because I'm kind of awesome that way. But while doing that, it gave an opportunity for this alien here to kill a human. So that's another civilian that I failed to save. And I feel bad about that. I should sing Amazing Grace or something, but I'm not gonna. Alright, so moving right along. So now that alien, as you can see, is right in line to kill another civilian. And that's exactly what this guy's gonna do right here, I bet. Yeah. And he gives a fist pump too. Oh, that's awesome. Now I don't know if you guys noticed, but right here, if you're paying attention to the names of most of my characters, I did not name Abdullah or Lars. Lars Mulder was actually the name of the character to begin with, and I just gave him the nickname Fox because, well, Fox Mulder likes files. I'm a geek, so hey, you got to do what you got to do. Abdullah Haddad, though, he's a generic one. And then here's my best sniper ever, Felicia Codex Day. And I gave her red hair and everything.
X-ray neutralized.
Felicia, I hope you're watching this and you appreciate my geekiness. And that you are one of my most badass combatants on the field. So, moving on. So what I do with these terror attacks, Abdullah is a new recruit that I haven't really used before, so I'm using him basically to save civilians and just kind of hold down, you know, suppressing fire wherever he can. Felicia is up on the highest elevation point because the higher she is and the further away she is from the action, the better she is as a sniper. Amy Pond here from Doctor Who, thank you. She is the commander of this team on the ground, and she's also been a badass. She's been through like every mission that I've been on, unless she gets like knocked around a bit, then she's out of commission, but she is like my go-to gal for like every mission. And then right beside her, there's Kaylee Serenity Fry. Again, thank you very much. And she is like Amy's right-hand girl, because she is just a badass. I mean, I've thrown Kaylee into like so many dogfights, and she has come out with like hardly a scratch on her. She's just a badass in this game. Let's see. And Abdullah is Abdullah? I don't even remember his name now. He's taking the place of Jane, Hero of Canton Cobb, because he got fired up on the last mission there. And here's Zoe Washburn, Sugar Lips. And she's Zoe Washburn II because the original Zoe Washburn died. And that's the name of the game of XCOM. When your characters die, they are permadead. Unless you're Kaylee, in which case I will restart the game because I will not let Kaylee die. Everybody else has been pretty strong. They've lasted a long time, and I'm really happy about that. So, here we go. Aliens. Oh, we got one of these disc guys. And see, that's one of the special abilities of some of the characters here, is that they, as you level up, you can get certain things like anytime an enemy moves within your line of sight, you automatically do a suppressing fire shot. Somebody's gonna die from a grenade here. Oh, we're okay. Alright, cool. So yeah, every time you go out on a mission, it just seems like the enemies get tougher and tougher. There's no human down. There's no easy way around it. This game just totally amps up the difficulty with every mission you go on. It's just punishing. And the kicker is that after each one of these missions, you get a collection of parts from the aliens, bodies that you can trade in or do studies on, all these sorts of tools and resources that you can take back to your home base, which can increase the skill level of your engineers, your researchers, build better weapons, build better armor, get satellites up in the air to get more coverage around the world, which makes everybody else feel safe. If countries don't feel safe, they will go into panic mode and kind of resign themselves from the United Nations, which leaves you with less money to kind of fund your organization. So it's a roundabout. So if you fail a mission, you could potentially lose that country's support. If you win that mission, you calm the nation down a little bit. So it's very chancy. See, this is why Felicia's a badass. Look at that. She took out 2 guys in 1 turn. I mean, that's just awesomeness. So here you're just going to get a taste of this mission. I want to give a shout out to one of my YouTube friends, Omnimus. He is actually doing an entire playthrough session. He's doing a Let's Play XCOM Enemy Unknown game series. And he's doing it pretty good, man. Watch each one of the videos that he puts out for the gameplay ones, because I am completely obsessed with this game. Like, if I'm not playing the game, I want to watch other people playing it to see what they do and to kind of pick up new strategies and such. So as you can see, oh, good job! Oh, he's not doing too bad. Right on. So yeah, depending on what your position is and where the enemies are, it increases or decreases the percentage that you're going to be able to take the shot. So, see, 39% to hit, 10% critical. It's not much. So I go into Overwatch, and if anyone moves within Amy's line of sight, she'll fire on them automatically. So I could potentially try and pull some of the enemies into my line of sight. Oh, that's not good either. Going for it. Oh, it's a hit. That's not bad. So yeah, what else can I tell you about the game? I don't know, I'm just loving it. Oh, that's not good. Oh no. Oh no, she's got 2 hit points left. Okay, they're going after Amy.
I'm under fire.
Wow.
That thing's gonna blow.
Oh, car's on fire. That's another. You have so got to be on your guard all the time when playing this game, because the environment is destructible as well. So even though you may not get hit directly by these guys, if they start making environmental hits, that could blow up right in your face. So they really put a lot of thought into this. Now, from what I heard, this is actually a revamp of the original stories, or excuse me, the original games. Yeah, Kaylee.
Guns dry.
XCOM is a game that came out, I think, in the late 90s, I want to say, and it was a turn-based kind of game. And a few years back, they announced that they were gonna remake XCOM in a way to kind of have it as a first-person shooter, and it looked like it was going to be like an alien abduction thing in a rural 1950s kind of area. And some people were kind of up in arms with that, and you know, some of us, myself included, who had never heard of the XCOM series,
I gotcha. You're safe.
we were kind of intrigued and wanted to take a look at that, you know, because it sounded really good. And it was going to be done by the guys who created Bioshock 2, who developed that. So it was in fairly capable hands, and the premise looked pretty cool, so why not give it a shot? And then we all heard about this particular game coming out before it, and it turned out to be this turn-based strategy thing, and a lot of people were like, I don't know about that. Not knowing, of course, that this is truer to the style of the original game. And so when it came out, I particularly was a little let down that it wasn't the game that I was hoping it was going to be. And I didn't give it much thought. But then you hear a lot of people talking about it, it's getting rave reviews critically, and so yeah, I gave up the struggle and just thought I'd give it a shot, see what everybody was talking about, and I'm so glad I did, because now, not only has it been a great game for me, but it's opened up a new gaming genre that I can check out that I haven't before. This game company, Firaxis Games, they also make the Sid Meier Civilization series as well, which is another critically acclaimed series. So if any of this sounds appealing, where it's like a virtual chess world, Civilization, I believe, is pretty much your kind of like an omnipotent.
Hunt him down.
Did I say impotent? No. Omnipresent. There we go. Omnipotent. I don't know what I'm saying. You're pretty much like a god character, I think, and you're overseeing and helping along a civilization to kind of begin. I don't know if it starts at the beginning of time, like as a kind of Neanderthal civilization, and you work from there up to a future civilization. So it's all about kind of going through history and everything and making the right decisions to advance your race. It's a cool concept, but the gameplay was always the thing that kind of kept me out of it. But now that I've been playing with the gameplay, in a sense, I have no reason not to check out Civilization, because I love this kind of gameplay now, and the storyline always intrigued me, so yeah. It's win-win when you try new things, you know? Just like broccoli. You know, as a kid, you don't really like broccoli because it's weird and it tastes funny, but when you get older, you're like, oh, maybe I'll give broccoli a chance, and lo and behold, you love broccoli now, and you eat it every day. So, XCOM is my broccoli. I just said that. And it's going on YouTube. I can't take it back now. Nor would I want to. Anyway. Oh, Felicia, what? You missed? That's not like you. Man, oh man. And you know, I gotta give credit. Looking at these types of games, you wouldn't think that the graphics would be anything to write home about, but man, like, I'm always thinking about getting like right up in your grill, checking out like the fine details of all these games and everything like that, where you can count the pores. But when you scale it back, the viewpoint and everything, you get a lot of detail into like the atmosphere and the locations, which is just incredible. I mean, it doesn't look too good, but for the gameplay that it's providing you, it does a really good job. So as you can see, successfully finished the mission there, and here you get to upgrade with certain perks to each of your characters that did well in the field. So Zoe here has been promoted to Lieutenant, and this is the kicker here. You have a select amount of choices that you can make for your upgrade, so you really need to pick and choose what you want to do with your characters. And Abdullah, hey, way to go, buddy! Yeah. So he's promoted to Corporal now, right on. And the video is just about done here, so I want to thank you guys for checking this out. I hope you like XCOM Enemy Unknown. If you do, I recommend you check out Steam. They're always having little sales here and there, and you can probably pick it up for really cheap. But without a doubt, paying full price for this game is totally worth it. I can't recommend this game enough. And with that, I want to say thank you for watching the video. If you like this video and you want to see more of it, you can hit the subscribe button on the link on the video here. You can hit like to tell me that you dig this kind of content and lets me know what to provide to you guys in the future. You can share this with all your friends and family. And with that, we shall see you next time on DeepSeededGeek. Alright, take care.